Why you should not leave the scene of an accident. Most states require you to stop your vehicle after you've had an accident, but only when it is safe for you to do so. You are likely to be required to exchange insurance information with anyone else who was involved in the accident. However, you may not be aware that you are legally required to stay at the scene of an accident. Your legal duties. The rules that you should adhere to after you've been involved in a car accident can be found in your state's transportation code or vehicle code. The rules may also be found in the penal code too, as leaving the scene of a car accident is usually considered to be a felony or a misdemeanor. Drivers are usually required to follow some of the steps found below, although there may be a slight variation on them depending on where you live. If you have been involved in a car accident, you should stop your car as soon as you can, and when it is safe to do so. You should do this without obstructing any traffic. Find anyone else that was involved in the accident, such as pedestrians, drivers, and passengers. Give those involved your name, address, telephone number, your driver's license number and the name of your insurance company along with your policy number. You should also provide them with your vehicle registration number, and if you are not the owner of the vehicle, give the other person or people who were involved in the accident the owner's details. Assist those who are injured if you can, and call 911. Tell the emergency responders anything that the injured people told you about their injuries. Call the police so they can arrive at the scene and create an accident report. If no one else was involved in the accident and an unattended vehicle or someone's property was damaged, you should leave your contact information and insurance details in an area where it can be found. If you leave the scene of an accident, state laws tend to vary when dealing with someone who has left the scene of an accident, as does the punishment that they set out. However, leaving the scene is classed as a felony or a misdemeanor, depending on how serious the accident was. You could be charged with anything from a low-level misdemeanor to a high-level felony if you have left the scene. If there is minor damage to another vehicle, you could be charged with a level 3 misdemeanor. However, if you fled the scene of an accident that was fatal, you could be charged with a level 2 felony. The punishment could differ depending on your state, so you could receive a $1,000 fine or you may be sent to prison for 1 year, or both. However, if you left the scene of an accident that was fatal, you could spend up to 5 years in prison, face a fine of up to £5,000, or both. Other penalties. For some drivers, going to prison and having to pay a fine is not the only consequence of fleeing the scene of a car accident. Some drivers have their licenses suspended or revoked for 90 to 180 days. What's more is their car insurance is likely to rise a lot, and they may even be faced with a personal injury lawsuit. If you want to avoid all of the above, you should remain at the scene of the accident even if you think it was your fault. If another driver has sustained an injury due to being involved in a car accident that was your fault, please speak to a personal injury lawyer because they may have a personal injury claim.